Hey guys, it's Deb. I wanted to show you a technique that I did on these minis. This is Brasilia, I think it's called, paper. It's that really heavy hard stock. I'm not sure really how to pronounce it, and it's got like lines on it. It's a little textured. So I made this cover. If you could see it, it looks old. And the back, see how it looks old? Now the brown that I made for my mother's mini looks like it's almost like leather. These are little mini albums that I had made a while back when I first started learning how to make these. This was what I learned from Marion's Piece of Craft Station channel. So anyways, so it looks like leather. So I wanted to show you that you can do this for a layout or a mini or on cards, and you can stamp them. So what I did, I'll show you what I did. It's very, very simple. If you have this paper, you don't have to go out and buy anything. All right, all you need is a bowl of water. So here's a bowl of water. Okay, here's a brown one that I made. And what I did was, before I started cutting this, I stamped it with the stamp. And I embossed it with Versamark and clear embossing powder. And it's a little dark, it's brown, but I wanted a brown one. And then this blue one. And then when it dries, it's really, really hard. Can you hear it? It's hard and brittly. And you can spray it with Glimmer Mist. Now on this one, I used the dewdrops, which I really, really love because it leaves a sparkle, but it doesn't take the color away. And then on the brown, I also sprayed that just to give it a little bit more glimmer. And then if you also want to, on this paper, is you can stamp it with a, the black StazOn. And then you can, make your flowers so you have an impression on them. All right, so there they are for you to look at. Okay, so what I did was I cut out two, this is going to be one flower. I cut out two large ones and then a medium size and a small. Now the reason why I did that is because I don't have the in-between punch. So I'm going to cut mine smaller. Like this second petal, I don't have a punch for that size, so I had to cut it. But that's how I got my inside, by cutting it. And this one's still a little wet, so I can move it around. And you don't have to put this. I like the paper in the middle. It's really grungy looking. You could put, of course, you could put a button or something else there. So now you just take this paper. It only seems to work well with this paper. It must be the thickness of it or whatever they have in it. Oh, sorry about my ring clashing there. So you want to wet it and you want to crinkle it. And you don't want to be too rough because you will tear it. So I just went in and out of the water and I squeezed the extra water out. And you open it up and you keep it crumbly. Now when you're doing a big piece for like a mini on top of a mini album, you want to take the whole thing, wet it all into like the sink or a big, basin, and then carefully, because you will rip it. Now on this it won't matter because I probably ripped it a little, and then when you're gluing it down, you're just going to stretch it and you're going to make it go back together again. You're going to push the paper together. Okay, so I have that like that. I'm going to lay it down. Now, I'm making this two different colors, this flower. So I want this to go on a tag. Although I don't know how I'm going to like it, but you make it. If you don't like it, you don't put it anyway. You put it in a drawer. Okay. It's really simple. And hopefully you have this paper so you can try this and you don't have to go out and buy anything. That's what was a good thing, is that I didn't have to go out and buy anything. Oh, and I just want to let everybody know that 931 Thumbs got in touch with me, so I am mailing out her tag, and she's very happy. Okay, so it's that one, and then this is going to be the last one. Now, so far it looks like it probably, it might just look good on certain colors, because right now I'm not really particularly caring how it comes out on this. It's not as wrinkly, but maybe I can work on it a little bit more. You see how nice this came out, really wrinkly? So maybe only certain colors carry that sort of texture, or has a certain dye in it that will let that happen. So I'm just going to take these and wrinkle them a little bit more and get some water out of them. All right, let me open this up. So that's not bad. And if you don't like the color, don't forget we're going to glimmer mist. I'm waiting for Roxy Farr to give me her list so I can order some from her, from the paper pantry. She's got really good prices. Okay. Now, let me just dry them a little. Because this one I'm going to cut down in order to go on top of that one. Oops, get over here. Oh, I shouldn't be doing it on my mat. I forget this mat will swell up. Okay, let me get my scissor. And then I want this to be, go inside that one. So this is what I did. I just went around. So if you don't have the right size punches, you just wing it. It's a flower, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Okay, so now that's going to go in the middle of this one. Gives it a really nice grungy look. And then, oh, I did it wrong. I wanted a different color on this. I punched the wrong color. So this one I'll just do two. I wanted this to be dark brown and then light brown, so I switched it. But we could put that in there. See how it looks? And when you do this without using the water, it doesn't really mold that good. You can really mold it. Look how I mold this. And I just used my fingers turning it up. I didn't use a tool or anything. I just pushed it up like that until I liked the way it looked. And then the middle part, all I did was take this and I just kept on twirling it. See how pretty? It's starting to look like the middle of a flower. I like doing it like this. I mean, I'll try probably a few with buttons and stuff, but... And then we can glue this down. Of course, I'm getting Roseanne's glue. I'll glue it down and then I'm going to use the heat gun. And I got to remember not to use it on my mat because it makes my mat get all bent out of shape. But try these and let me know. I hope you have this kind of paper. It doesn't really work well on regular paper. Must be the thickness of this paper. Oh, we got cold weather again back here in New York. It was beautiful over the weekend. And that's it. Kind of overdoing it with the glue. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Get on there, you little bugger. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the heat gun and I'm going to push this in. And that's it. They come out really, really cute. This needs one more petal around it. You know, it needs that extra one in there, like this one. And like this one. Okay, so try it out.